Er ist großartig. Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass er auch hier so großartig ist in dem Spiel. Ich meine, ich kenne ihn ja aus Cold Steel 1, Cold Steel 2, Cold Steel 3 und Cold Steel 4. Aber es ist ja nochmal eine Nummer besser. So this is both, is it? It's more urban than I'd imagined. That building over there is both a market, no? Well, you seem to be quite knowledgeable. Are you sure this is really your first time on the ball? Huh, I was smart enough to buy a tourist guidebook before I left. One published by your very own LeBelle News, no less. A guidebook that really sells such things. I don't know how to say it, but we live in a really convenient age. So do you intend to go shopping at the Both Market now? Yep, and after doing a bit of window shopping I plan to dress up and dine out. According to the guide, there's supposed to be a 3-star restaurant in town. Right, the place we ate at with the mayor. What I mean to say is, I guess this is the place. The Ante-Rose, authentic LeBelle cuisine, or so they say. Indeed, no doubt this is the place. I'm quite looking forward to it. But it's supposed to cost a pretty meal if you decide to go with a full-course meal. I'd have to recommend a normal bar any day over this. Or not, my fair lady, I've bought sufficient travel expenses. And if that's not enough, I'll earn more with my superb skills. Superb skills? You're not talking about your songs and musical renditions, are you? Can you actually earn more with that crap? Huh. I've starred as the main opera singer at the great theater in the Urbanian capital before. If I remember right, I once earned 1,000,000 mirror in a single night. Big fat liar. Alright everyone, good work. I guess this is farewell until fate brings us together once more. Adios amigos. Probiert schon wir wen wiedersehen. What horror have we unleashed upon this poor innocent city? Is everyone from Arabonia really like that? I don't think I like the idea of that being the Arabonia Empire stereotype. Huh? What I'm trying to say is that I think the majority of the people there are quite serious. I read in a book that their ethos respects the strong, silent type. So what you're saying is that he's simply weirder because he's an artist? Now just hold up there, Stell. If the artists of this world heard that, they'd be less than pleased. Let's see, we need to report the information we got out of the general to Lugren. And it would be best if we let Mayor Maybelle know after that too. So first we visit the guild and then the mayor's residence. Okay, let's get going. Aber noch davor gehen wir erstmal heilen. So, dann gehen wir mal zurück zur Gilde. Bevor ich mit ihm rede, will ich gerade noch mal einen Schluck trinken. Ach, Olivier. Herrlich. Ich habe ihn ja schon in den Cold-Steel geliebt, aber ich glaube, ich werde ihn hier noch mehr lieben lernen. Oh, it's you kids. So did you find out anything about the incident? You bet. Valuable information at that. Sky Bandits and the Kapor family, you're right, that is valuable information. Looks like we'll be able to decide on a policy for basically related to this. However, I'm surprised to hear that General Morgan is an even bigger Bracer hater than I had originally thought. Well, I was really surprised myself. At Roland, the job of a Bracer is pretty much respected by everyone, so to encounter someone that hates Bracer that much, don't worry about it. General Morgan is an exception. Under normal circumstances, the Royal Army and the Guild maintain a pretty good cooperative relationship. However, it looked like this time you're going to have to deal with a lot more than you bargained for. Well, then I guess we'll have to try and make steady efforts while maintaining a low profile. But it looked like these recent burglaries are also the work of the Sky Bandits, right? Yes, taking into account the incident in Lowland, it's pretty clear who's behind these. Causing burglaries is one thing though, because most of the stuff that's been stolen hasn't been all that valuable. I would have never thought they would go as far as to commit a heinous crime like hijacking the Linde. Now that you mention it, that is rather odd. The burglary that happened in Roland was also rather mild in comparison. They had to hijack an airliner and then to turn around and demand a ransom from the royal family. The risks were greater than any potential reward. In light of that, we should probably do a little more on the investigative side ourselves. Okay. So, mal gucken, wie Kabelkram hier unten, ey. Furchtbar. So, jetzt habe ich die Kabel hier unten entwirrt zwischen Kopfhörer und Controller. Habe ich eigentlich? Ah, okay, ich habe nichts zu reporten. Oh, come on, Missy, I'm begging you, please let us in. If I could just get a comment from the mayor, I'd be on my merry little way. Yep, that's right, and of course I need a photograph too. I'm sure the mayor would be flattered, but she's extremely busy. I'm going to have to ask all those without an appointment to leave. I hope you can understand the situation. Come on, please. One incident is huge, we hardly know anything about the circumstances surrounding it. And I have an obligation to inform the readers. But, yeah, what about the readers? We can probably reach top of a number if we have the mayor grace the cover. She's said to be very beautiful, after all. Dorothy, why did you have to go and say something like that? Well, but it was you who was saying the same thing, remember? You said if we didn't have any news to go on, we could lure customers to buy the magazine by featuring a sexy mayor on the cover. You idiot. Miss? Well, aren't you two a couple of interesting visitors? I'll make you tell Maybelle about the details of our conversation. For the moment, however, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. What is this misunderstanding? P-L-E-A-F-E-L-E-A-V-E. Fine. So, are we going to be okay not getting a photograph of Mayor then? Please, for the love of aliens and my sanity, just keep your mouth shut. Now, hey, wait for me. Whew. Huh? Good afternoon, Lila. Oh, it's your braces again. Did you just return from the Harten Gate? Yeah, something like that. So, those two you just turned away. A bunch of unscrupulous individuals. Really? Was Miss Cretan said they planned to use the mayor to make some mirror, but as long as I'm here to protect my mistress, I won't allow that to happen. I see. You're very serious, You're really serious about your job, aren't you? Deadly serious, that's because it's my duty. Anyway, why don't you all come inside? The mayor's waiting for you. You don't complain from the citizen. Late deliveries of goods to the both market because of the airspace being a no-fly zone. Servicing the sewer facilities. Selecting a congratulatory gift for Her Majesty the Queen. Harm incurred by monsters on the new Antler path. When will all of this paperwork finally end? Hello? Oh, are you back already? You look pretty busy, so would it be better if we came back at a later time? No, you're fine. So you found out something from General Morgan, right? I'd like to hear about it. Good work. I feel like I have a much better, clear picture of the situation now. First there was a hijacking by the Sky Bandits and now a ransom demand. The situation is much more serious than I had originally anticipated. If the General hadn't found out we were bracelet, I think we could have learned more, but that's alright. I'm just glad to know that it wasn't a crash. With this information, I should be able to take effective countermeasures with the city. Now I need to think of a way to inform the citizens of both and deal with the families of the passengers. I imagine that will be quite a difficult task, considering that you're already as busy as you are. Well, that's just the duty of a mayor. Since the identity of the criminals is now known, may I ask that you continue your investigation on the incident? Of course, that was our plan to begin with. We've already had a run-in with these Sky Bandits before, and I wager the honor of the guild that this is one group we cannot simply leave up to very long. Yeah, that's for sure. There's that to find, and then we need to deal with these Sky Bandits once and for all. What's this look, Joshua? I was just thinking, and no matter which way I look at it, I just can't believe it. What can't you believe? Dad could get beaten by a bunch of Sky Bandits, basing my judgment on the ability of the group that appeared in Roland. I'm in agreement with you there. Cassian could have easily dealt with a group of that caliber. Come on, Josh, you two Chara, you give me way more credit than you deserve. Pretty good, I give you that, but I think it would be a bit of a stretch to take on an entire group. Ich finde so, dass der halt wirklich anscheinend keinen Plan hat, was für ein Badass ihr Vater ist. Do you mind if I ask you something? I tried to remind me that your father was aboard that airliner. Oh, did I mention that? I'm embarrassed to say it, but yeah, he was. Not to mention his boys are too. His name's Cassius Bright. Did you just say Cassius Bright? Yeah, why? Do you know my dad or something? I've never met him in person, but I've heard a great deal about him. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say. But we might be able to use this to get some information from the army. Excuse me, Mayor? I'm very sorry and I can't emphasize with what you must be going through. If there's anything I can do to help you clear up this incident, then I am at your disposal. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. I wonder what's up with the Mayor. As soon as we mentioned Dad's name, she got all surprised. You're right, but I guess I can imagine where she's coming from. The Mayor and the General have known one another for a long time, after all. Well, let's not worry about that right now. The real question is, where do we go from here? Just searching around blindly for the airline or Sky Bandit probably won't amount to anything, right? I mean, if that's all it'd take, then the army would have found them a long time ago. What's the matter with you two? Estelle, you've matured. If it had been the same Europe before, you probably would have said something like, let's just calm the entire region. I never thought I'd see the day when those words would come out of your mouth either. My heart's too full of emotion for words. Ehrlich, so what are you two trying to say? You can be so rude sometimes, I hope you know. Haha, we were complimenting you, Estelle, seriously. Unfortunately, unlike Roland, the Both region is enormous. I'm really hoping for a clue right about now. A clue, huh? Alright, wasn't that Niall and Dorothy we saw in front of the mayor place either? Earlier. He seemed pretty starved for a story, and he's got to know something by now, right? It's true, he arrived in Both a little before we did, so I think it may be worth talking to him. Wonder where they went. Went, mit V. Ne, wir haben gerade nichts, aber wir gehen trotzdem mal hier rein. Wo ist die... Ah, es gibt nur so wenig Szenen mit ihm. Ah, nee, du bist da... Mama, bist du nicht der Pharmazist? Ja. Warum genau kommt jetzt keine Szene? Okay, anscheinend hat es doch funktioniert. Ich habe, glaube ich, einfach vergessen, das noch vorher mal zu machen. Jetzt muss ich mit ihm anscheinend reden, oder? Ah, okay. Can I help you find something? Medicine works wonders. We came here after seeing something posted on a bulletin board at the Bracer Guild. Could you by any chance dispense? Oh, you're bracelet, are you? I've been waiting for you to come. Guess we can dispense with formalities then. I understand you're trying to find places where bear claw grows, correct? Yes, the bear claw is a medicinal herb that's difficult to find in these parts. Up until now I had been having them shipped from Roland. But just recently I was asked by Father Holstein to prepare a new medicine. So it seems like I'm going to be using more of these than before. That's why I decided to find my own sources. The bear claw, huh? If I remember right, it grows in the forest of Mistwald in Roland. The bear claw is said to grow well in humid locations. I'm pretty sure it probably grows in a place like that in Maybelles. Man, I guess all we can do is hit the road and start conducting a thorough search. Such investigations are an important part of a bracer's work. Just think of it as a good opportunity to learn. I guess there's not an option, huh? Alright, if we come across any bear claw flowers, we'll come and let you know. Okay, I'm counting on you kids and be careful out there. Okay. So, dann gehen wir West wieder aus der Stadt raus.